Now, you recently wrote an article for us about camping experiences in South Africa. How long have you actually been camping?
Well, Lee, I've been camping with my parents since the age of 9, and I've been doing it ever since and love every minute of it.
So what do you think are the main differences between camping in this country and back home?
Well, I'd say the main differences to me would be, for one, the weather. In the United Kingdom, it seems to be more of a seasonal thing when people do go camping, which is probably mainly in the summer. Because the temperature falls to such a low, they don't bother going camping in the winter. Whereas in South Africa, the temperature obviously doesn't drop as low, so we'll just be camping all year round, whether it's the raining or whether the sun's shining, it doesn't matter, we're always camping. The second thing I would say would be the distance between places, mainly due to the fact that the United Kingdom compared to South Africa is a lot smaller, so your distances that you have to travel to get to your campsite is a lot closer to one another than it would be in South Africa. For example, just from Pretoria down to Cape Town, if you work it out, is about 950 miles just to drive for a camp. The other one I would say, the other main point that I would say is also important is food. In the United Kingdom, it's really easy to just drive around the corner wherever you're camping and there'd either be a Chinese takeaway or a fish and chip shop. Whereas in South Africa, because the country is so vast, you're miles from any civilization if you're lucky. So the only food you would have for the weekend is the food you would have to take with you to actually prepare either in the caravan or at your tent. So those I would say would be the main differences.
Yeah, we're basically very lazy in this country learning other languages, and I must say that your English is excellent, really. Is English something that you learn by choice?
Well, for those who don't know, English is actually not my first language. It's actually Afrikaans, which is a mixture between Dutch and also German. But as far as languages go, English is compulsory in schools from the age of 8, or a second language, if I would put it that way. If you're in an English-based school, Afrikaans would be compulsory as a second language. So as I was in an Afrikaans school, English is compulsory for me as a second language. So I've basically been learning English since the age of 8.
So I know I'll get it all wrong if I try to attempt this myself. So would you, in Afrikaans, like to give a message out to all the viewers in South Africa?
I would, but you're right, not that you'd understand much of it. Ek wil eerstens net welkom sê aan almal wat CaravansTV bywoon, of soos hulle in Engels sal sê, CaravansTV. Net aan almal sê welkom en ek hoop julle gaan dit geniet soveel soos ek dit geniet om dit aan te bied. Ek wil ook asseblief baie welkom en goeiedag sê aan my ouers wat ook kyk. En net vir hulle sê, ons mis dit verskriklik om saam met julle te kamp, en veral pappa se lekker potjie op 'n Sondag wat papi altyd gemaak het, en ons kan nie wag om weer saam met julle te kamp nie.
I didn't understand a word of that, but I'm sure it means a lot to all the viewers back home. I know you have been sworn to secrecy. I spoke to you about this, and
right.
But can you give us some sort of idea as to what you'll be doing on the show?
Well, I suppose I can give our listeners just a tiny hint of what I potentially might be doing.